Socialphobia. So, terrible title, by the way, terrible title. Just sounds stupid, Socialphobia. It's not really about that, this movie. It stars the guy, I can never remember his fucking name. The guy from, he was in like one of the Reply series. He's recently in Lucky Romance. I really like that guy. Even though I don't know his name yet, I really like that guy. It stars the guy who played Anchan-soo in Pinocchio. And then he also had a role in The Producers, and his role was great. I fucking love that guy. And it stars the guy, I don't know any names. It stars the guy that was in Miss Sang. And Miss Sang is my favorite drama of all time. So I was like, okay, I'll watch it. It's like a bunch of people that I like. Let's see how it goes. It was alright. It was an interesting look at the way people behave on the internet. People are fucking crazy sometimes. It's about this girl that goes off on a soldier on Twitter. A soldier that committed suicide, and she's like, yeah, good. He deserves his country, blah, blah, blah. She just, like, pisses off a bunch of people. And she's like, no, freedom of speech. This is a free country. I can say what I want. So a group of people on the internet get together, sort of like on Twitch. They stream it, and they decide to go to her house and make her pay and talk to her and shit like that. But they don't really know what they're doing. Like, they're just a bunch of kids, like, whatever. And they go to her house. Her door is open. And they go in, and she is dead. She has hung herself. So now they're on stream. The streaming to like 10,000 people. They're not calling the cops. They're just sitting there like, shit, I gotta delete my tweets. People on the stream call the cops. You know, they get into a bit of trouble. Like, what the fuck? But ultimately, you know, they're not arrested or anything. They didn't do anything wrong legally, I guess. They didn't actually do anything to her. She was dead when they got there. But then they start thinking the laundry machine was on, so why would she kill herself if she's doing laundry? Why would she do laundry if she's killing herself? So they are convinced that this is a murder, and they start, you know, investigating. The police don't believe them, so they start a group online, and they become detectives. And it was actually quite fun, especially because two of the guys are studying to be cops. So it was interesting to see, you know, they're like college kids, and you know, they're trying to figure this out like adults. And they go into different online communities and forums trying to figure out who she's been talking to, what she's been doing. It turns out that she has a different username, Becca. And she's quite famous on the internet for being brutal and savage and just destroying people. So a lot of people don't like her. So there's a lot of suspects at first. Like, people have been, like, their lives have been destroyed by this girl. So it was interesting look to see, you know, how people behave on the internet. People are fucking crazy. I saw a very funny tweet recently that said, the 90s, don't talk to people on the internet. 2000s, don't give your personal information to people on the internet. 2016, literally summon people from the internet to give you a ride. That's basically what it's come to. We are literally using Uber and Lyft and all these services and Instacart in Texas and shit like that. Like, we're literally summoning people from the internet to come to our houses, to take us places. There's no privacy anymore. It was interesting to see the investigation of the murder, and you know, by the end you get to figure out, is it a murder, is it suicide? If it's a murder, you know, who did it, all that. So you got answers, which I like. It wasn't like a mystery. Yeah, it was a bit predictable at times. You know, there was some plot twists here and there that were like, okay, whatever. It got a bit ridiculous towards the end, but overall, I really enjoyed it. It got a bit boring in some parts, got a bit slow. I'm a fan of short movies. I'm a fan of movies that are like an hour and a half, tops. So when I see a movie that's like 2 hours, I'm like, this better fucking be worth it. I just don't have the attention span, I guess. I do really well with books. I can read a book for hours and hours and hours, but with movies, I kind of lose interest if it's not amazing, I guess. Same with dramas. It's like, if it's over 20 episodes, I'm not watching it. I'm not gonna sit down and watch it if it's over 20. So, I enjoyed it. It reminded me of, like, one of those TV movies about cyberbullying. It was like one of those, but overall, it was okay. Nothing that's gonna, I'm not gonna remember it in a while, I don't think. But it wasn't bad. It was just pretty whatever. I enjoyed it, especially after the freaking train wreck that was unforgettable. I'm like on a roller coaster of emotions these past few days with all the movies I'm watching. Unforgettable was like the bottom of the ocean, and then Night Flight was like up, 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 and then Socialphobia was like in the middle. It's cool. It's alright. It's not Night Flight, but it's not bad. So, yeah. I just hate the title. I just don't like the title at all, and that's it. I guess that's my biggest criticism of it. Socialphobia. It's not about that. It's an investigation. It's not about socialphobia at all. These people are actually quite friendly with each other in real life. So I guess you can argue the girl had social phobia. She hid behind the keyboard, but this movie's not about the girl. It's about the investigation. So, yeah.
인터넷 화제의 뉴스 살피고 갑니다. 총기 소지한 채 탈영한 박병장이 목을 매단 채 발견됐다는 소식인데요.
실시간 인터넷 이슈 레나 현피.
지금 다들 X나 열받았어.
시상 바로 털었지. 탈탈 털었어. 이제 무조건 사과 받아낸다고.
정의를 위해서.
이거 진짜 하는 거야?
아, 이 폭도 끝에 미나 형 있는 거죠?
하영아. 하이. 우리 경찰 못 된대.
범인 있으면 타살이면 되잖아. 그거 자살 아닌 것 같아.
문이 열려있는 게 자꾸 마음에 걸리더라고.
뭔 소리야? 우리 세탁기 소린데? 아니, 자살할 사람이 세탁기를 돌리나요?
우리가 잡자.
이나영의 죽음의 진실을 밝히는 사람들 민진사 우리가 직접 나선다.
카페에 이상한 글 올라왔는데 그거 한번 확인해보세요.
여기 2층 아니에요?
열립니다.
야, 이거 봤는데? 여기서요.
한필 하러 왔을 당시에 한필 멤버들 중에서 자리를 비우신 멤버가 한 분 계셨죠?
잡을 수 있어.
너 이거 진짜 타살이라고 생각해?
네가 죽였지, 미나 형.